Ladies and gentlemen, Anker reached out to me, the same people who made the Liberty 3 Pros that we reviewed like last year. Phenomenal earphones. But they reached out and they were like, we have this portable speaker, you know, another one of these Bluetooth portable speakers, and I'm thinking this is getting old. But they're like, we want you to review this and compare it to the JBL XTREME 3, the current king of portable Bluetooth speakers. And so I have it in the studio. So this is the JBL XTREME 3. Everybody knows if you're in the Bluetooth market, Bluetooth speakers, this is the king right now, okay? It's better than the Bose SoundLink. Those are like cute twats compared to this, okay? So I'm gonna put this right here. We're gonna be coming back to this. But first of all, let's get started with an unboxing. The Motion Boom Plus by Soundcore. Let's get it. So just to go around the box first, I mean, as you guys can see, we got powerful 80-watt sound, so the watts are there. Customizable EQ. Now, JBL has this thing called Power Boost, I believe, or Party Boost. It's kind of similar, okay? The whole point is we're focusing on the deep end. JBL does a pretty good job of that. And we're gonna find out if Soundcore is the same. Now we got 20 hours of playtime, which is like 5 hours more than the JBL, which is awesome. Both of them are IP67, so take it out to the deep ends, no problem. Now there's this Power IQ charge out thing. I have no idea what that means. The JBL comes with a power bank, and I can do a reverse charge as well. So I can do charge out with that USB-C port right there. I don't know if the top camera is gonna get that. So it does charge out as well. I can charge other devices. It comes with a power bank and it acts like a power bank. Also, let's get on with this Super Boom Plus, the Motion Boom Plus. All right, so inside we're gonna first of all find a manual for the Simple Man. Put it off the side, we don't need that. And oh boy, okay, so portability is a big thing here because these are portable Bluetooth speakers. We also have a strap, so it's a pretty simple unboxing. You got the carton, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's not styrofoam, I'm happy. Let's be real now. A nice plastic encasing comes off of this end. So okay, my first impression, I will say it's light. This is, well, okay. Yeah, they're very, very, very similar. Although obviously this is gonna be easier to hold simply because it has this handle. JBL XTREME 3 doesn't. But we're seeing a very similar setup here with the charge out and in. Very, very similar to what we're seeing on the XTREME 3 as well. Obviously, we're gonna get to the sound test. I mean, that's what matters the most. But they're very similar. Now, in build, this is plastic. It's got a metal grill, but it's plastic for the most part. So the handle, this is metal with rubber lining right there. And one other thing you notice is that this is pretty much closed off. So it's plastic, but it might look like it's a grill. There's no grill happening, okay? It's just plain closed off plastic. There's a grill, one big grill on this side. And as you can see on the top view, there's these drivers in there as well. We're seeing two big drivers and two smaller drivers on both sides. Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. So pretty cool. On top, we're seeing the plus minus volume power button, and we're gonna get into that. Bluetooth bass up. If you're living on the deep end like usual, you like that bass up, okay? Both of them sit really easily. The only thing is the JBL is harder to move around simply because you have to actually like move it around like you're moving something around. This one is a lot more just like that. But the handles do take up space. So if you're not someone who's gonna use the handles a lot, then you might as well just go with something like this. It's something. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I have this XTREME 3. I'm gonna connect it to Bluetooth and we're gonna take a listen. We're gonna listen and see what I think. And one thing I wanted to mention about the grills. So this is one-sided, so there's a grill on one side. Now you have these things, you know, both of them very, very similar. I'm not gonna call it a subwoofer, but I think that's what it is. I'm not the biggest audiophile, okay? But sound does come out from both sides and the front. While on the JBL, the sound, it seems like it comes out from everywhere. Now that's not exactly true. They just wrap the whole thing up in mesh, but there is drivers that come out from one side. I don't know exactly which one has more surface area when it comes to how much sound is being produced. But let's go ahead and take a listen to the sound. So I'm gonna be playing Benson Cut Future Girlfriend as usual. This is on 50 per, oh. Yeah, it's loud. my first impression, wow. Wow. Okay, this is pretty strong. It is very animated as well. That's something I like. These side view subwoofer things, I'm just gonna call them subwoofers. They move a lot. Like, you see a move. Now this song Future Future Girlfriend by Benson Cut, there's a lot of bass involved, and that's something we want to test. Now I definitely got a taste of the bass in these, and that was a good taste. Let's go over to the Soundcore, see what these can provide. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. This is actually my first time using. Ooh, okay. Pair, and it's paired. Let's take a listen. Ooh, okay, so right now, right off the bat, very low bass. We're gonna up the bass. That's a very, very tough choice. I actually don't know. So what I've done so far is I've upped the bass on the Soundcore. We're hearing, what I want to hear for is not only high bass, but also, is the sound getting distorted and is it as clear as it was before I upped the bass? And so to compare both of them better, I'm gonna bring in another phone. We're gonna compare them side by side and we're gonna see which one sounds better with bass maxed. 13 Pro Max with the JBL, we've got the Z Flip 4 connected with the Soundcore, and we're gonna take a listen side by side, in and out. We're gonna switch through and we're gonna see which one's better. All right, let's go ahead, take a listen. We're gonna get back on the JBL Extreme. I'm gonna hit play, and we're gonna just take a listen. Volume is 50% on both. Okay. I'm just turning up the bass. Okay, a decision has been made, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, okay, I hate this. I hate this so much. But it's the truth. I'm here to bring you the truth. Soundcore did sponsor this video. Anker, Soundcore, sent me this over. Wanted me explicitly to compare with the JBL Extreme 3. I said, fine, sure, I'll do it, okay. And even though, you know, they said all that, which one sounds better? The JBL Extreme 3 does sound better. But this is almost double the price of these, okay? The Motion Boom Plus comes in at about 180 USD. The JBL Extreme 3 set me back about $320. And so there's a vast difference in these two products. Obviously, Soundcore, it seems like they kind of cut back on some of the more premium material to focus on sound. For $180, does the sound get better than this? No. I don't think it does. This is still very bass heavy, but compared to the $320 JBL Extreme 3, These are just, you definitely heard it, it's clearer. Even with the heavier bass, it's still a lot less distorted and a lot more real to life. That's what you want to hear. And so for $320, yeah, these are still not beat. But for $180, which is how much these cost right now, can you get better sound? No. You can get better form factors. There are smaller portable Bluetooth speakers, but you're gonna give up your sound. These, in my opinion, sound very close. They're noticeably different from the JBL XTREME 3, but it's surprising how much you're getting for half the price. Now again, I'm not trying to tout anybody's horn. I'm not saying that these sound better. No. Clear winner is the JBL XTREME 3. They sound better. No questions asked, okay? The bass was heavier. The sound was so much clearer and a lot more full. It was filling up the room a lot better, and I think the speaker may have picked that up as well, while these don't fill up the room as well, and they're obviously lacking when it comes to trying to keep up on that sound distortion that the JBL is able to provide. So like the clear winner for me, which one would I buy? If you have $320, the JBL XTREME 3. I still think these are the king of portable Bluetooth speakers. They have not been beat. If you only have 200 bucks or 180, you don't have the full price potential. These are gonna serve you the best. You're not gonna get better than the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. I don't think so. Soundcore definitely kind of pulled back on the material to focus on the sound, and I'm okay with that because this material isn't necessarily bad. It's not gonna break or anything, but it does just, you know, it sounds and feels a little bit cheaper. These, the JBL XTREME 3, it's built a lot more rugged with a lot more premium material. You see this mesh that goes all the way around, tightly woven. That's pretty cool. Soundcore is obviously focusing on two things. They're giving up some of that build quality and they're trying to focus on sound and features. These two are very similar in features, but in fact, Soundcore does beat the JBL in terms of charge. These hold charge for 5 hours longer. The EQ is customizable fully on the Soundcore, while on the JBL, not so much. You're losing the complete control. There is this party boost thing, but you are losing that complete control. Now, with very attenuated attention to the EQ, could you make this sound better? Absolutely. But the whole point of a portable system is not so that you set it down and, you know, you're traveling around and for every track that plays, you're resetting up the EQ and stuff like that. That's not the point compared to where you're moving. These are supposed to be moved around a lot, and you want to be able to pop it out and use it ASAP. That's the point of a Bluetooth portable speaker, and the JBLs are definitely going to take the cake. But again, 320 bucks here versus 180. Do I think that Soundcore did something amazing? Absolutely. I mean, you're again still getting all the features, charging out, in, and you're getting auxiliary. The XTREME 3 have the same exact setup. I think there's a little bit of personal taste here. I like the looks of the JBL XTREME 3. I mean, again, I'm going against my sponsor, I'm sorry. I just like the way these look, okay? They're not as easy to hold, but I mean, I'm not gonna be running around with these, you know, like that. I'm just gonna have it put down most of the time. Same thing with these. For me personally, if I do move around, it's going to be with a backpack, so I might throw this into a suitcase or a backpack, and this will obviously take less space than the Soundcore, especially with this handle on top. So what do I think? Is the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus better than the JBL XTREME 3? No. Thank you for sponsoring this video though, I really, really appreciate it. But for $180, is there a better system that you can buy right now? I don't think so. These have a lot of power in them, and if you're willing to get into the EQS and change up a few of the settings, these are gonna sound very good. I don't recommend running these right out of the box simply because the sound distortion is pretty bad. They just sound flat and they don't fill the room as well. So definitely check out the EQS so that you can kind of customize the sound to your liking. But aside from that, a very proper package for a very proper price. You're not shelling out $300+. It's only $180. Also, make sure to smash that subscribe button. It really helps grow the small channel, and smash the like button if you like this video. Smash the dislike if you dislike it, and let me know in the comment section below how I can improve. Yeah, I mean, it's a very tough choice, especially when the brand themselves, like Anker, reached out and was like compared to the JBL XTREME 3. I went into it thinking there's no way. there's just no way these are gonna beat the JBLs. Those were like double the price. And when you end up not having your premonitions changed, it's kind of a letdown even for me. So maybe even you guys are a bit let down right now. I understand, relax. But it's still always good to kind of set your sights on something super high and offer it at a very low price. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.